Welcome to another exciting episode of the Clean Talk. I'm your host, Samiya Andrabi, and today we are shining a spotlight on the commercial laundry best practices in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. With me today is Abdul Samad, Laundry Division Manager and Application Expert at Reza Hygiene. We are going to speak about best laundry practices that help your business outshine the competition, laundry training, and much more. So let's begin. Welcome to the Clean Talk, Samad. We are excited to hear your perspective and insights about the topic at hand.
Good morning, Sumaya. Thank you for having me here. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing this discussion.
Samad, you have been in this laundry industry for a very long time now. Tell us about the best practices in laundry that every business in this industry must be aware of.
Thank you. I have been in this industry for last 28 years, working with different Gulf region. Yes, the very important when you're talking about this industry, we are talking about our laundry industries, which is cover mostly. There are three different area where we give our services, which you call on-premises laundry, healthcare laundry, and commercial laundry. All these laundry have to adopt a best laundry practice, which is called starting from in each industry. When you're talking about OPL or this one, they have to follow the six basic standards, which is from start from collection, then sorting, segregation, then washing, weighing, and then drying, pressing, packing, and deliveries. Now once it comes to different part, once you come in commercial, this one is very important. You have to maintain certain KPIs and certain parameters. When you're talking about especially loading in the commercial or in OPLs or healthcare, the important factors when you come up, especially the collection part, when it comes to segregation, it should be properly segregate according to the classification type of linens. This is the one of the major and important part in your operations. If you adopt this practice from, if this is the first step, if you not follow up and process a proper SOP in this area, you will have an entire issue in entire process. Once it comes to the washing part, you have to make sure once you have in washer extractors, you make sure the proper loading is going on in your washer extractor to maintain the KPIs. If you not properly load in your washer extractor, you will waste of energy, waste of water, at the same time waste of chemicals. Once it comes to the tunnel washer process, which is in commercial laundries, you have to make sure that the proper loading means not have a variance loading, not have empty compartment to get a proper maintain the proper KPIs. Same as once it comes, keep and understand that your equipment malfunction cause of rewash and damage of your linens. When you talk about equipment malfunction means you have to make sure your dryer is working properly, even the industrial dryer cooling down process is working properly, flat work iron, your guide tape, your belts, everything work properly. So get a good and effective result. So yes, it's very important. Your entire laundry flow is very important for your all three format of your laundry.
Certainly, that is very interesting. Now, if you were to summarize the 5 factors of cleaning in laundry processes, how would you summarize them?
See, this is something very important and good question. Generally, people understand thinking if any effect in your wash process is due to chemical or the chemical is not dosing properly or something. There are 5 factors of cleaning in your process, which is start from water, which is one of the important factor. I can explain you a bit more on deep. There is another which is called a temperature in your process. Third, there is very important mechanical action in your process. There is called a timing in your process, and there is the last factor which is chemical in your wash process. Let's say water. Water is very critical in your wash process. The quality of water is very, very important. If you don't have a quality water, let's say what do you mean by quality water? That's mean there are 4 factors in the water which is very essential and important, or parameter in the water which is give a good and effective wash result. What is this? Your pH should be okay, which is between, you can say from 7.5 till 8.5, which is called hardness. That's mean you have a limit on that, this one. That's mean you don't have more calcium and magnesium in your water. Then you have a TDS and iron content in your water. So if you don't have this, all this under the limit parameter, you will get a good result. So in the same time, the water quality is important. In the same time, the level of the water in your process. So one thing, there is temperature. Temperature is very important in your process. For what? Temperature is important to do the thermal disinfect. When you are washing your linen, there are two ways to disinfect your process, which is called a thermal disinfect. Second is called a chemical disinfect. Thermal disinfect, the requirement is 71 degree approximate, which is called NH, National Health Society, what they say, 71 degree, 3 to 5 minutes. But in different MOH requirement, like Saudi MOH requirement is 71 degree to wash approximate 25 minutes to do the thermal disinfect. So temperature is also very important, but again, is based on what classification you are using, so you use temperature accordingly. Mechanical action is one of the very important factor. Mechanical action during the washing process time is involved two or three major things, which is called a fall heights, beats, RPM, rotate per minute inside, and how you loading inside the tunnel. Washers. So if you properly loading in your washer, so you will get all these factors like fall height, how fall from up, it will give a good mechanical action. If just to understand, underloading or overloading of machine will increase. Underloading machine, obviously you waste of water, temperature, also timing, chemical, everything, even though you will not get a proper result. And also the cause of damage, color fade, and other things. Same as overloading, the big consequence, you can damage your washer very soon, because sharps and everything, if you are overloading, it can be quickly damaged. In the same time, you will not get a desired result. The fourth factor, we already discussed the five factor, which is one, water, temperature, mechanical action. Now comes to time. Time is very important. As I mentioned, when you are going to disinfect your fabric, there are certain time have to give. So time is very important to dilute the chemical, to disinfect process or your wash process. The last also important factor, which is chemical. Chemical means there are 7 and 8 different type of chemical you are using generally in your wash process. We're starting from alkaline, which is detergent, which is emulsifier, 2 type of bleach as per classification, which is oxygen bleach, chlorine bleach, sour, which is called neutralizing your fabric, and last is fabric softener. So depend on your classification you are using with your automatic dosing program and chemical program. As per the classification, you are making these chemical using in your classification. So these are the 5 important, very, very important factor, which is called a SINA circle also, 5 factors of cleaning, which is important in all sort of wash process. Any one of the one factor is not involved or not in a proper manner in your process, you will not get a desired result.
This is very interesting, actually. Now, coming to my next question, I keep asking this to everyone, but it's my personal favorite, so I'll ask you as well. How important is laundry training in effective laundry operations?
See, for you and for me also, it's very interesting and very, very important training. Just keep an update this one, that we as emphasize and focus laundry training for all the staff. When you're talking about the training, when we come upon training, we just not discuss about the chemical. When you discuss about entire, I discussed earlier, which is called a laundry flow, it comes every part. Let's say we come up keep in front of us a laundry operation, let's hotel laundry. A staff, what it comes in, they are very well aware about, okay, how to do a washing, but how to do a proper washing, it's in many factors involved. Whether they are properly segregation the linen, whether they are properly loading in the washing, whether they are selecting the right program, whether, for example, the guest item or dark item, they have to put it inside out. Either they are classification or color-wise segregation in the linen. Yes. So all this thing is come to the tunnel. Very important thing after the COVID or before COVID, the health and safety is very important. How the cross-contamination is happening in your process. That is also very important. People should know. What is the drying process? What is the consequence of over drying in your fabric? What is the process if you not properly after drying and not do the proper segregation and keep it aside? So what will the consequence or all the effect will come in the pressing session? So in all these things, it will keep update and keep train your laundry staff. So it will update them that how the good effective laundry practice will help them a clean, neat and good linen comes out in front of you.
Great. And before we conclude, tell us about the KPIs in laundry businesses that determine success.
See, once for any laundry, when three format, which is healthcare laundry, commercial laundry, and the third first or OPL laundry. If you not maintain a KPIs, you will not get and you will not stand make any a proper maintain of profit or maintain the record of anything. KPIs mean key performance indicator in each of your work. You should know what is your average water consumption, how to maintain on that, and you have to a proper flow meter in your washers. If you don't have a flow meter, you have to keep it a flow meter in each washers. Now let's come up this one energy. You have to make sure that you are either electric heated or water electric heated or steam heated boilers you have, and other things maintaining properly. There are to get a proper effective the wash program. What you are making an effective wash program is not consuming high water consumption, electricity, and other things. So these are the one parameters. For example, water consumption, energy consumption, the PPOH staff. For example, this is the very important factor, and the journal expenses come up in the laundry operation is from the staff part. So you should know what is the PPOH, pieces per operating hour. The operation laundry manager should know what is your staff productivity, because if you maintain the staff productivity, you are in everything in your grip. If you don't have these record, especially because this is the highest place where you are paying salaries overtime, so you should make sure your PPOH in correct way. The fact, if this is PPOH not in effective way, there is two reasons. Either staff is not properly trained. That means you have to work out the previous question what you mentioned. Staff is properly trained in specific areas, starting from pressing part or whatever part. Second thing, even though trained, even the result is not come. That means the person is not effective, or you have to check and look after into this. So that's mean the PPOH is very important for pieces per operating hour. It indicate your staff efficiency. In the same time, operation part, you look after the KPIs, whatever water consumption, energy consumption, chemical consumption, and it helps you to give you a very effective and good laundry operations.
Thank you so much, Samad, for this insightful session.
Thank you so much, Samiya, to give me an opportunity to discuss about them. Looking forward to see you also.
And that's a wrap. Thank you so much, Samad, for being with us on this episode of The Clean Talk. And to our listeners, if you found this episode interesting, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and spread the word. Until next time.